Mic check 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? Yes, it is. It is live with the QCB on your radio, Fox Sports Radio, Charlotte to be exact. Number to the show to join the conversation. That's easy money. 704-227-8986. Yes, the water line is back. It's on. It's popping. Anything in the world of sports you want to get off your chest, call my water line and whine about it. That number, 704-227-8668. I play them around 5:30-ish. Also, catch my show live online at foxsportsradiocharlotte.com. You got live with the QCB. Download that app at Fox Sports Radio Charlotte. You got live with the QCB. Also, catch me on your radio station HD Channel 2. If you got one, you got all of them. I'm saying 95.1 HD2, 97.9 HD2, 101.9 HD2, or 104.7 HD2. My man Gary Bro, I can't find it. Then he found it. You're right. It sounds great. I know it sounds great. That signal is so strong, it goes from here to Wakanda. It goes from here to Fraggle Rock. Coming 5 million radio station HD Channel 2, like Indiana Jones found those kids in the Temple of Doom. The signal is stronger than Mark McGuire cheekbones back in 1998. It's stronger than Morning Breath. It's stronger than Arnold Schwarzenegger was in the movie The Predator and Commando and The Running Man, or any movie in the 80s. It's stronger than Sylvester Stallone was in the movie Over the Top. And it's stronger than Gary Brode, who's a tough man, muscle man. It's stronger than him. Also, we live on my Instagram page at Real QCB. We're live on my YouTube channel, The Real QCB. Go to YouTube, type in The Real QCB, click subscribe. Live on my Facebook channel, The Real QCB. Leave a comment on my Twitter, Malcolm X, whatever it's called, at Real QCB. I'm telling you, there's 32,321 ways to listen to my show. If somebody comes up to me and says, well, Q, I heard you back on the radio, pal, but I don't know how to find your program. As soon as you say that nonsense, I'm going to go old school WWF and give you that Mr. Perfect Plex right where you stand. Man, so much we got to get into today. Crazy NFL playoffs games, the national championship games tonight, Ohio State, Notre Dame. Who stunk? Who shined this weekend? That's right.
I shine, you shine, shine. I shine, you shine, shine.
Also, I got to tell you who stunk.
Hey, what stinks in here?
Ride with me today. Catch us, man, nightly, Monday through Friday on WCCB News at 10 acres. Sitting beside my girl, Morgan Fogarty, my man, Gary Brode, a.k.a. GB, Mr. Ohio State from Ohio. What's up, man?
Today's the day, buddy. Today is the day.
You are smiling like that cat from Alice in Wonderland. You're smiling.
How could you not smile?
You're smiling.
The sun's out. The Buckeyes play tonight. As soon as that sun goes down,
it's on.
National championship.
You smile like a girl in the 90s who I gave my phone number to.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The 6 digits?
7 digits.
Yeah, okay.
Also, right with me, catch this man Saturday mornings, 8 to 11 on Ray Terry Show About Your House. My man, Richie Rich. He does What Happened on His Day back in the day on Mondays with me. I keep forgetting today's Monday. What's up, Richie Rich?
What's going on, Q? Good to be here, man.
Cooper Flag still bowling.
That's right, man. Hey, they could go undefeated. ACC's not good this year.
Well, Tar Heel fans may disagree with you, but they definitely go. Oh, you mean undefeated in ACC play?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're not undefeated now. They've already lost again.
That's what I'm saying. They lost one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Hey, we got to get it. I don't know where are we going? I don't know where the hell we're going. Before we get to your Buckeyes, Ravens, Bills, Eagles, Rams, Washington, Lions, Texas, Kansas City. Let's just jump into it. Lamar Jackson. Did Lamar Jackson lose the game yesterday? We jumping right into it.
Did he lose it?
Did he lose the game yesterday for the Ravens?
He and only he. Is that what you're saying?
Or,
just him.
Or to add to the question, how much of a percentage does he need to take?
Oh, I mean, he's going to take a big chunk. I mean,
big chunk.
Let's say 2/3 of if you're going to distribute it, 2/3 of the blame needs to go on him. Mark Andrews had a terrible game. I'll put the other 1/3 on them.
Lamar made up for his bad first half. He made up for it.
Which is why I said I wouldn't put all of it on him.
Right. He made up for it.
Mark Andrews had a fumble. He dropped that 2-point conversion. I mean, those two things right there, those changed the game entirely. Lamar had a terrible first half, but a pretty great second half.
So we would say Mark Andrews, he stunk it up yesterday.
Right, but if you're going to placing blame on a tight end, you're fishing at that point. I would say that's why 2/3 on Lamar. I mean, look, this is, I hate to say, because I like Lamar as a person, but my goodness, this guy is like, this is what if you remember, Peyton Manning was like this for like the first 10 years of his
He
career.
sure was.
I mean, like
he
put
couldn't
up
get over that hump, man.
ungodly numbers for years.
It was
I mean,
crazy.
like video game numbers. And then as soon as they play the Patriots or play a good team in the playoffs, he just shrunk, man. Like, I mean, this is what he's done. Like, it's crazy. It's every single. And you could say, oh, well, he won his first game last week. I mean, come on. That was not a good team last week.
Well, so now he's 3-5 in the playoffs because he
I
was
think that sounds right.
He was 2-4 before the
Right,
playoffs
you're right.
started because I kept saying Brock Purdy was
Yeah.
4-2 and Josh Allen's 5-5 before this season playoffs. So now he won one, so he's 3-5 in the playoffs.
And yeah, and I don't think has he been to a AFC Championship game? I don't think he has.
I don't think he has. Has he?
No,
No.
he
He
hadn't
hadn't got there.
So
He hadn't
this
got
is
there.
as far as he's gone. I mean, he's put up 40 plus touchdowns 3 years now, and 3 out of 4 years or 3 years in a row.
It goes back to what we be talking about,
Can
man.
they
It's-
run the damn ball to you? Hand it off to Derrick Henry more. I mean, that's
I
why
mean,
you
he
got
has
him in there to
16
take
carries.
You need to give him more than that, man. He's that good of a player. I would give Derrick Henry the ball more than
That's good.
16 carries.
He had 84 yards, 16 carries, pretty good
I know
numbers.
some of it is he's not the best out of the backfield and catching the ball as exhibited yesterday when he dropped that down the line wide open, but still.
So you think that was
Some
a
of
big
that-
issue about that?
I think some of that is on the Ravens coaching staff as well.
Well, Harbaugh got to take accountability
For
too.
sure.
But the man has 16 carries, 84 yards. But then Lamar had 2
But
turnovers
they were down
himself.
2 scores in the second half. I mean, you can't run the ball. I mean,
Yeah, I
you can,
mean-
but like that's
And then Josh
easier said
Allen.
than done.
Right. And then Josh Allen, I can't say the man stunk. He had no passing
Yeah.
touchdowns, but he had 2 rushing touchdowns, which
Mhm.
was huge. Huge. I don't listen. I keep trying to people they rag us all the time, and, and Cowboys don't win games and stuff in the postseason, and quarterbacks postseason, and that postseason, man, you gotta put them dubs up, man.
Well-
You gotta win them damn games in the postseason. Lamar Jackson is spectacular.
Yeah.
So when when you're doing your top 5 quarterback list, he's always in there recently. But man, I mean, we ripped Justin Herbert. He 0-2 in the playoffs.
And that's what's wild too. Like if you think about it, and this could obviously change next year, 2 years from now, or
Yeah.
10 years from now. But if you look back, and if you told me, like, let's say we had this conversation in 10 years, man, that era of quarterbacks, to give me your top 5. I mean, most people are going to put, I think at least, Josh Allen ahead of Lamar because of, he didn't have the MVPs, but he's gone further
He has.
in the
He
playoffs,
has.
way more than
Of course.
Lamar has.
Of course.
And that is such a glaring hole in
Yep.
his resume, Lamar's resume. I mean, MVPs are great, but man, like if you're a quarterback, we look at Burrow, and a lot of people think Burrow is as good, if not better, than Lamar, and that's because he's been to a Super Bowl and because he led his team. He wasn't just
You can't tell him different. My guy
Right.
Austin at the Y across the street, he's a house they got too. You can't. He should have been. I said MVP. Man, don't make me suplex you in here.
Well, I mean, if we're going back to Lamar, that's why I don't like. I don't really care about MVPs, quite frankly. But if
Right.
if we're talking MVP, I don't think Lamar will win it this year for several reasons. One, as you know, like the Shaquille O'Neal effect.
Yeah.
Shaq should have been MVP 7 years in a row. They
right.
just
right.
people get tired. There's fatigue, MVP fatigue.
And
I
plus
don't
that year he
Like
won
Joel
the Steve,
Embiid won one year that
Yeah.
he shouldn't
when
have won
Jokic
that.
obviously
Jokic
was
should
the
have been
best
the
player in the
MVP.
league.
Yeah.
and Steve
Yeah.
Nash won it over
And
Shaq
then-
when he won back-to-back
Right.
years.
Peyton Manning should have won about 7 in a row too. He's put up 40 touchdowns every single year, but you get tired of it. So that's one thing.
I agree
Drew
with you on
Brees
that.
never even won MVP.
Right.
Yeah.
But Drew Brees was never the best quarterback because Manning was there, Brady was there. I mean,
Yeah.
But on top of that, you look at stats, and Lamar had better stats. But if you want stats, go play baseball. Look at baseball. I mean, that's a baseball thing.
Right.
If you look at overall this year, before we started this season, Josh Allen went in and they depleted their entire defense. They cut about $70 million off the roster a month before the season started. They got rid of their best receiver, and yet they still had the number 2 seed. They didn't have to play the last game of the season, which is, again, go back to the stats, going to affect the statistics. And the reason why I also don't think Lamar would win the MVP this year, and I know this is all going to be easily debunked or up for debate, but for 2 reasons. One, I don't know necessarily if he's the MVP of his own team. I mean, to me,
Who, Lamar?
yeah. I mean, yes, his stats are incredible, but the fact that you're even thinking about it right now and just automatically
Well,
saying,
I'm thinking about how disrespectful that is.
okay.
It's
Again,
definitely Lamar Jackson.
I mean, you take out Derrick Henry.
You're not finna cut. Well, they've got that far without Derrick Henry before.
That's okay. That's fair. But did they look like the best team in football when Derrick Henry was going
No,
for
they
70
didn't.
yards?
I mean, no. I'm saying,
When
yes, they
Derrick
did.
Henry was running for 150 yards a game that first 8 to 10 weeks of the
Yes,
season.
they did.
They looked like the
Absolutely.
best team in
Absolutely, they
football.
did.
And that's what
Right,
is going
right.
to help his MVP, Lamar's MVP case.
Right, right.
And then going back to Burrow, the other reason why I don't think Lamar should be MVP or would be, I don't necessarily think he even was the best quarterback in his own division this year. I think Burrow was the best quarterback.
Well, his numbers say that as well.
Well,
But
Joe Burrow might have had the best season of any quarterback that no one will ever talk about again. Like, we're talking Dan Fouts type season.
oh, you went back, Dan
Yeah, I
Fouts.
mean, like,
doing flower
no
commercials
one
back in the
cares
day.
because they didn't make the playoffs. They went under 500.
Yeah.
But he was so freaking good this year. So he wasn't even the best quarterback, again, you could argue, in his own division. So if you're going to take those, maybe not MVP of his own team, maybe not the best quarterback in his own division. And meanwhile, Josh Allen lost his entire team, basically, not expected to even win their division. And they got the 2 seed. I don't know. To me, that's why I would give it to him. But that's here nor there. I don't know how important.
Well, first of all,
really
Lamar Jackson's still the best player on his team. It's not Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is a good compliment piece.
Sure.
Yes.
Best, sure.
Right.
But we're saying MVP.
Yes.
Because like you said,
he's won 2 without Derrick Henry.
They were good.
And it's more of a quarterback award, too. So we got to.
Of course. And I'm not saying give Derrick Henry the MVP.
I know you know.
I'm just saying in the sense of, man, when Derrick Henry was at his peak this year, that team looked better than when Lamar was the one who was throwing for 3
I think you could say that for the Eagles situation.
Well, but I never, at no point this year did you say Jalen Hurts was the MVP.
That's what I'm saying.
No. But at one point, there was discussion that Derrick Henry could have been the MVP.
You almost owe Lamar Jackson an apology. You almost owe him one.
Again, I'm not dying on this hill, but that's my point behind this whole thing. The fact that we're even having that conversation, I just don't think that's an MVP to me. The numbers are great, but if you want numbers, get your baseball MVP.
No. Are you one of these guys that said Burrow should? I mean, I know you're an Ohio guy.
No.
Because you like the Browns, right?
No.
But you're Cowboys of me. So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what you.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying that Allen to me is the MVP, and I think that.
I agree.
And
but like you said,
or whatever.
Some guy could have won it 12 times in a row.
Yeah, it don't matter. The only thing that an MVP does is guarantee that Josh Allen, if he doesn't win a Super Bowl, will be in the Hall of Fame.
So here's the thing. So now they got to go through all this again next year. The Ravens still going to be good next year.
Everybody does.
They still going to the playoffs. I mean, the teams that we know, the Ravens aren't going to have a drop-off next year. They're not going to drop off. They still going to be, everybody's going to come back. I think they still going to be a playoff team next year.
No, I agree with that.
That's what I'm saying. So we got to do all this over again next year.
Look, most of the teams, is the best chance they had of all the times they've been in the playoffs, though. So it's going to be hard to replicate that.
Is it though? I mean, what last year they were the number 1 seed.
That was the number 1 seed last year.
Yeah. So why?
This team was more complete though than last year, in my opinion.
Yeah, but if you got a first round bye, I mean, to me, I think last year was as good of a chance. The fact that if you thought Baltimore was going to go to Buffalo and then go to Kansas City to go to the Super Bowl,
right? I
would have bet a lot of money, and I did bet against them to lose. So, I don't know how you would think that they're going to go beat 2 of the better teams away. That has never happened in the new playoff format. So I don't know why the expectation to me was not as high as it should have, or was higher than it should have been to me.
Well, also, my man, True Knowledge 78, on that real QCB.
Okay.
Hold off the Lamar slander. Lamar was in the AFC Championship game last year. He took accountability for the turnovers, and only one team can win. There are like 4 killers in the AFC, and damn it, Lamar's one of them. Yeah, he's definitely one of the 4 killers. He's definitely one.
Yeah, you're right.
He's definitely one of the 4.
That's what I'm saying. Like last year I thought there was a more expectation last year than this year.
Right? Yeah, he did. So he went to the AFC Championship. All right, so we stand correct. That's what's up. Well, I'll tell you what. Coming back after the break, we got to start to what Jaden Daniels is doing. Is he the best quarterback in the NFC right now?
Well, there's only 2 teams.
I'm saying right now, is he the best quarterback in the NFC? In the NFC. Are the sample size too small? Some say he's the best quarterback in the NFC today, now.
I disagree with that.
Right now. All right, we're going to talk about it. We got the Chiefs, Texans. We got Eagles, Rams, Washington. There's so much. The Buckeyes are playing tonight. GB been trying to tell. baby. All right, let's go. Come right back on Loud QCB Fox Sports Radio Charlotte. Being brought to you by RBC Wealth Management. Let's go. You'll never win an argument with him. Welcome back live with the QCB. Got me on Fox Sports Radio Charlotte. Make sure you check me out live online at Fox Sports Radio Charlotte.com. Got my man Rick Rich, my man representing WCCB News at 10. Gary Bro. Y'all working tonight?
No, I'm all, oh no, I'm off, my friend.
Awesome. We got Morgan on the island, castaway
Yeah.
by himself, huh?
Yeah, this is there's no way I can anchor the news while we're
That
in third
game's
and fourth
going on.
quarter. Yeah.
Well, I could.
Yeah, but your expectations are so low. I mean,
So let me ask you something. Because we're gonna jump around. We'll come back to them playoff games. Definitely gonna come back because we got 3 more to talk about. Some more good stuff. Your Buckeyes.
yeah.
Scale 1 to 10. How confident are you in getting that dub tonight?
You told me about this topic yesterday, and I was honestly thinking about this, and I don't think in any national championship game you could be 10 out of 10 confident.
Why can't you?
Because I mean, the other team is good enough to at least get there. So like a 10 out of 10 confidence, I just don't think that's realistic no matter what.
You already sounded scared.
No. I mean, it's realistic. It's okay to be realistic.
What you mean?
Pragmatic is not a bad thing. Okay. Maybe one day as a Cowboys fan, you'll get there, you know? But so there's no 10 out of 10. As long as a team has a chance to get on the field, there's always a chance. The 9 out
So
of 10.
wait a minute. It won 10 out of 10 when Georgia, TCU.
Or Alabama, Notre Dame a
No,
decade
I mean,
ago.
not a
That
te-
game was bad.
Going into the
nobody
game.
thought Notre Dame was going to win that.
Right, but going into the game, there's no way you're going to say 10 out of 10. Right. There's always a chance somebody can win. I like Marcus Freeman as a coach, so I think that drops it down to 8. I like Notre Dame's defense, so I think that drops it down to a 7. I
Okay.
think 7 out of 10 is realistically what I think they're going to win. I feel great about their chances, as good as you can in a national championship. But I mean, I think 7 out of 10 is a very realistic expectation.
That line, 8.5, is still 8.5?
Yeah.
Is that disrespectful line?
No. And the reason, if you look back since the college football playoff started, there's been 10 games. What is it? Yeah, 7 of the 10 games have ended with a winning margin of more than 9 points. So it's not unreal.
There's been a lot of blowouts.
A lot of blowouts.
Yeah, a lot of blowouts.
So
Yeah.
it's, I mean, and really, if you take out 3 games, there was 3 games in a row around like 2016 to 18. Those are the only 3 close games. They're all SEC
Yeah, I looked
based.
it up a
You
couple
take that
months
away,
ago.
I mean, they're all blowouts then. So no, I don't think 8.5 is an unrealistic or disrespectful line by any means. And because Ohio State is such a large fan base, people probably are more likely to bet on Ohio State. So you got to bookies add,
Well, Notre Dame fan base maybe.
They do, but it's not. This isn't Notre Dame in the 80s. I mean, Ohio State is a
Well, yeah.
massive
Well,
fan base.
whoa. See, here come the disrespect. Notre Dame fans, I got you back. Don't worry about it. Notre Dame has a contract with NBC. Whether they go 0 for 100, they go be on TV every single Saturday whenever they play.
And you
right?
You are aware that Ohio State has been on every single week for the last 20 years as well. There's this new thing. It's called ESPN. I don't know if you've heard about it. They put you on now all the time. Fox puts them on every single. This is not 1990 or not 1966.
They've been on TV every. That counts for something.
Anymore.
Big Ten Network.
Everybody is on TV nowadays.
But you need cable for that.
Right,
you don't have
that's
that cable for
saying.
NBC.
Lamar or Youngstown State 4 times this year. I mean, come on, who cares? That doesn't mean.
What
anything.
you mean? It means a lot. That means fans.
I know you were a Penguin GB.
Yeah. Yep. Wasn't smart enough to get in Ohio State.
It's all right.
Yeah. Great school. Great, fantastic school.
You know how Notre Dame held Georgia to 10 points, right? Like, what scares you about Notre Dame? I'm talking to you like you're the coach.
No, really, their defense. I think Marcus Freeman could be not like the next big thing, because I think he's going to go to the NFL at some point, but I think he is a fantastic coach. And also, they played last year. Ohio State played Notre Dame last year. And it was it was in Notre Dame, but it was.
It was like 17-14 or something, right?
It came down to the last, I think it was like the last minute of the Ohio State.
2023 y'all played, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's essentially the same teams, and it was a 1-score game. So.
No, was Leonard there? Yeah, Leonard was there last year.
No,
right. He was a Duke.
Right, so it's not essentially the same team. See, I'm getting you. You're trying to be slick.
Sam Hartman was the quarterback.
Yeah. Right. So it wasn't Leonard.
No, but it's essentially, I mean, they're for the most
part. I mean, they both
is...
white quarterbacks, yes.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see where you're at tonight on the game. I know you're excited.
And that's what
I like the Ohio State get up, you got on.
Disrespectful 7 out of 10. I think it's because
But don't try to be too I want to try to
Do you think it'll be single digits, or you think it'll be double? If you just had to call right now.
Call right. I would take Ohio State in a spread. I think, yeah, I would lay the points. I think it'll be probably a 10 to 13 point game. I think Notre Dame will probably put a late score in, but I think it'll be fairly. What I could honestly see this happening is just like how the Texas game played. Ohio State's going to come out early, score because they have the better offense. I think there's a chance Notre Dame could answer back early. Then Ohio State puts one more on, and then they kind of pump the brakes and just say, "Hey, Notre Dame, your offense beat us. We're not going to give up, turn the ball over."
Sure.
So I could very easily see that happening. Yeah, if it doesn't, a blowout's fine too.
Well, this could be possibly, according to some of you Buckeye fans, I think y'all are a bunch of entitled Karens, that your coach, if we don't win, this could possibly be his last game.
I think that there's a small fan base that still thinks that. The only way that happens, that Ryan Day gets fired, they would have to lose by 30+ points. It would have to be an embarrassing loss.
No, hold on. You said he had to win it or he has to get fired. I think you had your mind, because I think he's still one of the top.
I don't see how you can make a championship and get fired.
Yeah, well, losing 4 years.
You know what sports?
Michigan,
it happens in sports.
That's just
losing 4 years
borderline insanity.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of coaches right now in college football that could take over the Ohio State job.
I
and go
agree
to
with
a
that.
national-
They could
and
do
go
well.
to a national
Yeah, I agree
championship.
with that.
Who?
I mean, if you switch right
So
now.
Deion could
if
do
you-
that? Deion Sanders could do that?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. He absolutely could.
Come on,
If you
man.
switch coaches with me right now, if you said Marcus Freeman, you're going to take over Ohio State as of
I'm
next
asking
year.
How come that didn't work for Alabama? And they had a coach who just came from the national championship game with Washington.
I mean, they won 9 games. They were the 13th
National championship. I ain't trying to rain on your parade today, but you're not finna get in here and say nothing slick on the radio.
They haven't won a national championship.
They got there.
Alabama hasn't won a national championship in
I know,
5
but
years,
no,
6 years.
I know, but you said it. He's like, well, I think any
believe when
coach
they beat
in any.
Georgia with Tua, right? Correct.
Yeah, so
I'm
5 or
not.
6 years.
I don't care about that. I'm talking about this nonsense
you're
coming out your
saying-
mouth.
What you're saying to me is,
I'm gonna give you an example. When a coach took over someone, you talking about going to the national championship,
yes,
right? You saying you can just pick a coach, about 5 of them, and put them on Ohio State, and you're automatically going back
All
to the
right,
national championship
so
game.
the last time that Ohio State had a huge turnover when Jim Tressel was booted out for the tattoo incident.
No, he brought y'all to the national championship, and y'all act like y'all ain't know who he was.
No, I'm talking about when he was forced out because of the tattoo incident.
Hell, what you mean tattoo incident?
What's his name?
Terrell Pryor, right?
Pryor, got
Yeah.
tattoos for free.
Right.
Nowadays, guys could drive around in Maybachs to practice, but
Rolls Royces.
he got a $200 tattoo for free.
Hey, he had to take the downfall for him. That's
Yeah.
just what it was.
But my point is that
Yeah.
the year and a half later, they were an 11-win team. I mean, that's just Ohio State. Just they have a program because they're not competing against other SEC teams. They can reload constantly, and they have for the last 25 years. Like, it's not Ohio State's down seasons now. If you look, have been 9-3. That's been a terrible season, and that does not happen often. 10-2 is like, we have another one of these, we're having a conversation. I mean, I would say, look, I would rather be Alabama or Georgia because they have more championships. But if you're looking at consistency over the last 25 years, Ohio State is up there.
The last time Alabama won was 21. They beat Ohio State.
Yeah, okay.
I was thinking of 2020 when they beat Georgia.
Yes, you're right.
Dang, Richard, you're like 0 for 2 with these bad stats today.
I know. I'm falling down on my game. I got to get together, Q.
You got your segment coming up. What's going on,
Right.
Rich? Listen, we're gonna get back to your Buckeyes. I'm just trying to figure out where your mind at. But Ohio State has arrived as being like a top premier college football team, but you have to win more national championships to be like in a constant like where you can just pick and plug a coach and put them in there. Put Dabo Swinney in there. Put any coach in there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying me. I can't take over the job right now and do as well as Ryan Day, but I am saying that a guy who has a top 30 or 40 program right now, if you swap coaches, I think that they could easily be in a national championship. Yeah, I don't think that's unrealistic to suggest that. I think that Ohio State has such a good program and they have recruited so well for 20-some years. And now with this NIL, they've got as much
You're saying
money.
20-some years.
Yeah.
I give y'all quarterbacks. I give you your quarterbacks. Yes.
Well, I say 20-some years because we won a national championship in 2002.
Beat Miami.
Yeah, but you got now you sound like them Pittsburgh Steelers fans.
Well, there was like an eight-year stretch where every other year we would make it to the national championship and get beat by 40 by an SEC team.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still a
Troy
good.
Smith.
It's a good season by anyone who's not a Buckeye.
No, I have to look that up.
Maurice Claret.
I have to look.
That
was 30. That was 40 years ago.
Yeah, that was 20 years ago.
That was 60 years ago.
He's from my hometown. I got a funny story about him. I'll tell you later.
Stick him up in the alley. Give me your wallet.
No. I mean, most people like Maurice Claret.
Yeah, we do. Y'all the one who kicked him out of university. He couldn't run no more for you. You did him dirty.
I didn't.
Y'all wrong for that, man.
I didn't.
Listen, we're gonna.
I was like 14 when that happened. Like
what is
15.
that? What is okay? What was
I
that?
don't have any power to kick people out of you. There was no social media back then. There was no Twitter.
It wasn't that. Having fun, my man Gary Road in here, man. His Buckeyes taking on Notre Dame tonight. Who you guys picking tonight? Hit me up 704-227-8986 or drop your comment on the one line 704-227-8668. Has Ohio State arrived as one of the top premier college football programs?
Yeah, is this 2003 we're having this conversation? Yes. They've arrived for the last 25 years.
Come on, man.
What do you mean, come on, man?
Yeah, they've been.
What are you talking about?
There, man.
Come on, dude.
Notre Dame has
Come
just
on,
as much of
man.
a fan base.
They do.
The last time Notre Dame was relevant was when Manti Te'o got catfished
got
and they got beat by
shellacked.
40 to
Well,
Alabama.
that's he don't have no game. He can't blame him for that, man. He ain't have no game. He got pimped out. He can't blame him for
Ohio
that.